Good afternoon to my old friends, to my new friends, to ladies and gentlemen. Let me just comment on what's just been said and what was said in the other room. Let me start from the beginning. The European Union has long prided itself for its social model. A model where we were to make sure that no one would be left behind. But even before the pandemic, our societies and labor markets were broken across multiple lines. Generational inequalities, gender inequalities, and regional inequalities. Just to remind ourselves that in the European Union, 1 in 7 young people are not in education, employment, or training. In Italy, we are close to 1 in 4. The gap in the employment rate between men and women in the EU stands at 11.3 percentage points. In Italy, it's nearly twice as high. A third of the Italian population lives in the south, but its share of total employment is merely a fourth. This is not Italy as it should be, nor is Europe as it should be. And as it was said just before, the COVID-19 has deepened these divides. And who paid for this were mostly women and youth. Of course, this has historical and cultural roots, and the COVID only exposed institutional and legal flaws which pre-existed. But if there is one thing that many countries share in this respect is to have a dual labor market. And that's something we have to overcome because it's a source of profound inequity. Let me say what Italy is doing in this direction. Through the Recovery and Resilience Plan, we are trying to change this condition. We'll invest 6 billion to reform active labor market policies. We propose an employment and skills program to train and retrain those who need to change jobs or are in search of their first occupation. In this sense, we base our action on the European Youth Guarantee Program. 4.6 billion will increase nurseries and kindergartens. And that, of course, will relieve working mothers of some pressure, but we also include measures against child poverty and support the European Commission draft proposal on the European Child Guarantee, as well as long-term care and gender equality principles. We are going to invest more than 14 billion in transport infrastructure in the south. But most importantly, and not about money, the whole recovery plan has a conditionality clause all across all these investments, encouraging companies to hire more women and youth. And it's going to be taken seriously. That's why it's called conditionality clause. We've got to be more inclusive because, as President Costa said before, inclusive societies are resilient. Not inclusive societies are fragile. But we also know that national policies are not enough. We welcome the Commission Action Plan on the European Pillar and Social Rights. And they combine the single market with a more sustainable and equitable growth strategy. Let me be specific on this. All this is very good. I think we all share that. But we have to make one step further. We have to enshrine the pillars, targets, and milestones in the European semester. So there is going to be monitoring, continuous monitoring on this. Am I running through time? Let me only make one more point. The macroeconomic...
Muito rápido. Muito rapidamente, very, very quickly.
I'm going
okay,
very quick,
yes,
very quick. I haven't touched on macroeconomic policies. 2 points here. Let's make sure we don't withdraw fiscal support too early. And let's make sure the SURE program of the European Commission stays in place. Thank you.